Welcome back everyone, and I do apologize for the laziness of this video. I cannot find my camera. I'm going to go ahead and film on my phone again. So I just wanted to do a quick manga haul as well as a kind of figure haul because I recently got this. I just got this today actually. This was a figure that I actually purchased initially on Mercari and it actually came damaged, and I might include the video clip of me recording myself opening the package because it came beat up, so I more or less knew that there might be some damage, especially because it didn't come with the box. Oh my god. Oh, he doesn't come with the box? Oh, that sucks. I should have asked that. His leg. Is that broken off or is that intentional? It looks broken off. But basically I returned that figure and I found this on eBay. I offered the seller the same price that I paid for the one from Mercari and they actually accepted. So with shipping I think I only paid $5 more. Which I think is a really good price considering it has the box. It's brand new, supposedly. But at least it won't be broken. So I'll open that second. I want to get through the manga first. This is a small little stack that I got from Half Price Books. Again, I kind of visit them every now and again to see what they have, and they always have new stuff, which is really nice. The first thing that I have is Glass Syndicate. This is a BL manga by Eiko Ariki, and it's Tokyo Pop, but if you notice on the back, they have the Love Love branding on it, so now I know that this is Tokyo Pop with that branding, but I'm assuming they don't put Tokyo Pop on the R18 stuff. But it seemed cute. Very soft looking boys love story. Then I have Twisted Wonderland Volume 1 in Japanese. I didn't do too well in my Japanese class, so I'm going to retake it, but I thought this would be a good way to study. Manga tends to have the, what is it called, furagana, where they actually type out the hiragana of kanji so that individuals who are not familiar with kanji can still read it and know what it's saying, which is really helpful if you're not, or if you're still learning kanji. They had a couple of volumes actually. I noticed these a couple weeks ago when I visited, and I went recently and was happy to see that they still had them. So I got volume 1 of the Heartslabyul version. I don't know what that means. I'm assuming it's like different paths or stuff for each house. So very interesting. Happy to have gotten that. And then I found volumes 1 through 5 of This High School Life of a Fudanshi. I remember stumbling upon this series quite a while ago. I almost want to say they have an anime, but I'm not 100% sure. But I always like to have multiple volumes of a series just so I can kind of read enough to, you know, determine whether or not I like it. So here's volume 1 through 5. Very happy to have gotten that. It's like a comic style manga with gags. So I enjoy comedies, and flipping through it, it seemed like it had some funny bits, so excited to read that. Then I found My Boy by Hitomi Takano. Oh, I'm sorry. Atami Michinoku is the author of that one. But yes, My Boy. I got this because it's probably going to be sad, but it sounded sweet about an older woman adopting a teenage boy. I think she adopts him, either that or she just becomes his pseudo family who is not going through a good time, and the art looked really beautiful. So yeah, I enjoy stories like this, found family stuff. I'm sure it'll be sad, but I'm excited to read that. And then I have volumes 1 and 2 of The Other World's Books Depend on the Bean Counter. Funnily enough, I actually found this series on my first trip to this location, but it was a novel, so I didn't get it. And I ended up finding the manga this time around. It, I think, is a BL series, but I'm not 100% sure. The art was just really good. I remember reading the plot on Right Stuff and adding this to my wish list. So I'm excited to read 2 volumes of it to see if it's interesting. I almost want to say as well that it's getting an anime, which is really cool. It's by Kazuki Rodori. So very excited to have found this. So that's all I got from Half Price Books. Again, a very good haul. I always find stuff when I go there. It's crazy. Alright, now onto this figure. I already know what this figure looks like, so I'll just show you all the box. It's quite big, although I did appreciate that it has a handle because, oh, look at the art it's based on. So cute. This was originally a prize figure. You see the A. So this was the top prize for whatever Ichiban Kuji this was a part of. So basically in Japan, they sell these prizes in a lottery system at convenience stores. That's why it's called Ichiban Kuji. And you buy a ticket and kind of rip the seal and see what number you get, or letter you get, and that will determine what prize of this from that series of Ichiban Kuji you get. So this must have been the top prize. And because the box is so big, I'm assuming they added handles to the packaging so that you could carry it home on the train, which is really funny, or very thoughtful as well. So the seller said this was brand new. I am quite suspicious of that, especially since I didn't have to cut any tape to open the box. But I don't really care, so long as the figure is intact. Okay, so here he is. This is Natsume from Natsume's Book of Friends. He has a few prize figures, and then one scale figure that I really want, but it's so expensive compared to how much it came out for that I'm just not willing to pay for it. This, however, was a prize figure. Usually these don't retail more than 30 bucks. Technically, you know, you're paying a $5 ticket to try and win this prize. So realistically, you know, he retails for $5, but obviously it's going to take a lot more tries to get him for most people. So generally prize figures tend to go for $20, $35, maybe more if they're really, really popular. But you know, I have a rule that I don't pay more than $30 for a prize figure, but because Natsume not only is really popular in Japan, they don't get a lot of merchandise, especially of Natsume himself. So all of his figures are quite expensive. So yeah, I did not have to cut the tape. So this is definitely not brand new. Maybe they just opened the package and didn't take him out. I don't know. But here's his base. Has some licensing on it. But yeah, Natsume figures are quite pricey, even in Japan. I tried looking for this one for a cheaper price to see if I could find it in Japan. And Surugaya itself had him for almost $200 used. So the fact that I got him for $85 is actually quite the steal right now. He comes with the figure, his lantern, and wait a minute. Ooh, I almost panicked, y'all. I did not see the lantern anywhere in the blister. It just fell in the box. So thank goodness he comes with everything. Ooh, thank goodness. So yeah, just 3 pieces. But quite the sizable figure considering this was a prize figure, so that's really cool. Oh my gosh, he's just as beautiful as the other one I bought. So good. So when I bought it used from Mercari, I think it was this leg was broken. It just came out. So... and where it broke, it wasn't that noticeable, but he was a little wobbly on his base, so I ended up returning him. He's so pretty from every angle. Look at that. And obviously as a prize figure, you don't get a lot of clean seams, but honestly, this one looks really good. It's gorgeous. He has some licensing there. And hard to see. I think it just says made in China. Then his feet. Yeah, like you can kind of tell his shoes are a little bit scuffed. But I'm not gonna stress over it. It's not a big deal to me. Perfect. And then his lantern. Very pretty. And I'm sure if you put some light behind him, because this is translucent, it would look really cool. It's hard to get this camera to focus. Then his lantern stick has a hook. And the hook part kind of feels like... Oh no, it's not. It's plastic. But the actual hook on the lantern is metal. And I think you just slide it over his shoulder and into his hand. Oh, there we go. Just needed a push. Yay! So cool. I love him. He is stunning. Just so pretty. I'm so happy to have him. This is my consolation figure until I'm hoping at some point they will re-release the scale figure by Alter, because that's such a gorgeous figure that I really want. But until then, I'm happy to own him. He's just so pretty. Especially since he's in a kimono or yukata or whatever, and the figure I'm after is in his school uniform. And I do like having two. So that's pretty much it. I'll have to clean up, but I appreciate y'all checking out my videos. And I'm back because I found more stuff and I got more stuff, and I don't really want to make a separate video just for this, so I'm going to combine it with this one. I did go back to Half Price Books. I found Versailles of the Dead, which was on my list from what I remember. I just thought it sounded interesting. It's like zombies, but in this point of time. Marie Antoinette. Very funny. The art looked good too. And I forgot why I lost interest in finding out if this was interesting or not, but I am interested in reading it, so I'm glad to have found that. And then I found I Hear the Sunspot Limit. I did not realize when I bought this that this is like a continuation of the original one, at least from what I gather after looking it up. But, you know, I'm still interested. This is a very popular BL series. It's not yaoi, it's just, you know, regular BL. I don't think there's any like graphic scenes in it or anything. I hear good things about it though, so I'm excited to read it. It's just a shame I didn't realize this was like the original story. I think starts in their high school years, and this goes into college or when they're older teens and have jobs and stuff. So I'm still gonna read it though. The art looked really cute, and yeah. But the main reason that I wanted to record this is because, and I already opened it and everything, so I can't unbox it. It's also just a little difficult to put back in the box. So I'll just show y'all the box first. So this is the Kingdom Hearts Linking Hearts Prize A, Ichiban Kuji Prize. And this is the figure that you get. Oh my gosh, this released I think late last year and I instantly wanted it. However, it was so popular. Kingdom Hearts is just very popular in general in Japan. Either that or they just don't make enough merchandise, because all of the merch sells out immediately and is extremely expensive in the aftermarket. At least when you compare it to other stuff that's more plentiful. Like I could get a keychain for maybe 400 yen, which is like $2-3. Whereas for stuff for Kingdom Hearts, it's way more expensive. You're talking $12 and up. The figures are even worse, so I've kind of given up. Also, just Kingdom Hearts figures outside of the action figures are just not as well done. They don't pick nice poses and stuff, but this is exactly what I was waiting for. This is a perfect idea or concept to make a figure of. I've always loved this artwork from the games. So I was really excited and also disappointed that it was so expensive in the aftermarket. When I first started looking into getting this from Japan, I think he was around $60, which is crazy, but I was willing. And then I just gave up because he just got more and more expensive the longer I waited. And with the tariffs, I just wasn't willing. But like a week ago, I was just on my phone and I noticed on My Figure Collection, someone had posted on the page for this figure. I have it tracked. If anyone posts a comment, I make it give me a notification. And they were selling this figure for $35, I want to say, plus PayPal fees. And that included shipping, which is such a good deal. So I immediately messaged the person, and thankfully they hadn't sold it yet. And it arrived. Here he is in the blister. I could not get him back to his original positioning. Here is the figure. And then in here is the little stained glass display behind him. He's so cool. Look at that. It looks so cool. It's hard to look at it without... There we go. Such a great idea, and I'm surprised they never did this before. There's a Roxas one as well that I really want, but unfortunately he's even more expensive. And this figure is actually going down in price in Japan. You can get him for about the same price I just paid for, except obviously you'll have to pay Japanese shipping and all that to your country. So I paid in total about $36 for him. Which, considering I didn't have to pay overseas shipping, is a great deal. Roxas, though, starts much higher, maybe $80, $60 to $80, and obviously you'd still have to pay shipping. So maybe one day I will get just as lucky as I did with Sora and find him for a good price. But look at him. He is adorable. He's sleeping. He looks a little angry. Very dainty eyelashes. And this is obviously a prize figure, so it's not the highest of quality, but I think the sculpt is really good. Obviously, there's some seam lines, some little rough edges, but the paint job is good. I'm assuming that's where you attach him to this base. All the details in his gloves are really well done. The paint that shimmers and shines is really nice. So good. Some licensing at the bottom. I'm just very happy with this figure, and the fact that his chain isn't, it's like sculpted on there, but it's loose, so it's, you know, it has that illusion. Just overall so cool. Look at all the details. And Kingdom Hearts is one of those where you really need to give the details because it just looks off otherwise. There's one minor scuff in the back, but it's not a big deal to me. That's easily paintable. Just add a dot of black. But yeah, he's super cute. His crazy hair. Oh yeah, and the little dangly Disney charm. Stop. Cute. It's plastic, if anyone's curious. Okay, I believe he's on there. Not hard to put on, just a little finicky. And I'm not sure if I put him all the way in there. Looks a little funny from the back, but there he is. He's so cute, and I bet he looks amazing in front of some good lighting. Wow. Stunning. I'm so happy to have this. But that's it. That's all I wanted to show y'all. I did want to make its own video. Or maybe I could. I don't know. Let me know if you would like a thorough review of this figure. There's not much to say. The stained glass portion of it looks well done. There's some texture in the image, so don't mistake that for scuffs or anything. The bottom does still have some of that Kingdom Hearts filigree and symbolism, so it's not just a random black base at the bottom. Oh, there's some licensing on the back here. But yeah, well done. Really, really nice figure. I am Really hoping I can get lucky with Roxas or they re-release him. The reason he got cheaper is because he had a re-release about a month ago in Japan, so more people were able to get him. Same with Roxas, but again, I guess Roxas is more rare. I always thought the prize A figures were rarer, so the fact that he's cheaper is very interesting. Maybe Japan just has more Roxas fans, who knows. But that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you on my next video.